Hey, we got Drewz Views here, and I'm back for a little Car Tuesday, a little Core Tuesday, as I resume Legend of Korra, the Avatar sequel, and I'm on the final season, Book 4, which I'm not sure what the book is called. Let me see if I get the. Okay, it's called Balance, and I'm going to start this episode, which is chapter 1, After All These Years. Um, so I'm not sure what that's about, but previously on book 3 at the end, Korra ended up in kind of bad shape. I mean, the day was saved as usual. Zahir and the Red Lotus were stopped. We don't know if there's other Red Lotus members out there still. That could be the thing. But Zahir was stopped. His plan failed. He was just left with an impotent rage as he was, had a sock thrown in his mouth um, after, thinking the world had changed due to him, which it hadn't. Of course, the world has changed a lot because of Korra opening of the spirit portal, which was a lot about what last book was about, season 3. But it ended, like I kind of alluded to, it ended she was kind of in bad shape. She was in a wheelchair, which wasn't supposed to be permanent, but her attitude, her outlook, her demeanor looked pretty down. She was definitely down for the count a little bit at the ceremony for Janora, who became the airbending master officially. So she had quite a big. She's on the come up for sure. She got the shaved head tattoos and all that. She got the boyfriend. What's his name? I don't know if that's official, but Kai.
Actually, we're doing fine.
And of course, again, last season, one of the main plot lines was also new airbenders, which was apparently brought, the which was apparently possible because of the spirit portal being opened and all that. So a lot of new airbenders out and about, including Uncle Boomy. We'll see if we get more shenanigans from him this season. We'll see how this show wraps up in general. I will. Presumably, you watching already have seen it, probably several years ago, but I'm excited to get into it. After a little bit of a down book 2, I really enjoyed book 3 a lot. I found the villains pretty interesting last season, so hopefully that keeps up and we'll see what the villains would be. I thought there was some good character stuff for sure. I want some more of that. And yeah, things that make sense, build the world. All of that is what I like to see, and some good bending action. I really enjoyed a lot of that airbender action that we saw a little bit of, or just more different airbenders other than Aang, who's the only one you were used to, and then when Korra did it a little bit, seeing other people do it now in combat with different forms of bending is pretty cool. So I'm excited. Enough rambling on from me. Let's get into all these years later. All right, pretty interesting. Looks like Cora's doing the whole masochist suffering kind of thing. I guess, or she's obviously she lied to her friends and family, and she's been gone for 3 years out of the public spotlight. I guess no crazy big world events have happened in that time, or disasters or whatever. Obviously, things are starting to creep up again, and it seems like, but that yeah. I made the allusion to the Dark Knight Rises during the episode, but I think it is kind of like that. Between Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, they had like Batman was gone entirely, and I think Bruce Wayne was also like didn't go out or something. Well, anyway, so I really enjoyed this episode quite a bit. I would say I didn't expect the time skip, but I think it's cool. I mean, that's always cool in shows and things when you check back in on all the characters after a certain amount of time, and sometimes it just happens with like season to season anyway, but not with such a drastic time skip, but especially with something like this. Yeah, it's cool to check in with everyone and see how they do things here. Yeah, I was initially confused about Opal and mistaking her for Janora or vice versa, but she and Kai are teamed up, which is interesting. I guess so. the Air Nation, they said they're spread thin, but I guess they have these uniforms now and everything like that. So a lot of intriguing political things happening, which I really do enjoy, some political intrigue on a TV show. So I'm definitely happy with how this started off so far. And so this Kuvira person, I believe it is the, I guess, character, woman, whatever, soldier that they, in my opinion, kind of ham-fistedly or strangely at least interjected into, like, I think the second last episode from book 3, kind of out of nowhere. I guess thinking they're gonna set this up, they could have done that better probably, but or they didn't even need. They could have just introduced her here like this anyway. But and maybe I'm wrong, and that's not the same one, but I think it is. So it seems like she's kind of trying to stage somewhat of it. I guess you would call it a coup. I mean, it's already in effect. Like, she's taking over the Earth Kingdom. Like a pseudo-fascist military thing, though. So certainly this doesn't seem good. And if, she's got Varric there, I'm assuming, paying for a lot of the things, and Bolin's working for them. So they're setting up that Bolin Opal being at odds with each other here. I would think if it's going the way it's looking, that this is a bad thing. That Bolin's gonna have to jump off sides here, get back with the good guys here. Obviously it's more complicated than that, but I don't know for sure that she had the bandit intercept their food at the end there, but I certainly wouldn't be surprised if that was part of her plan. But it does seem like this would be a good time to kind of kind of take power with this king guy coming in, or they said it's his coronation coming out. I guess there was no king or queen over the past 3 years. They found this cousin or great nephew or whatever of the former queen, so the crown seems to be very weak at the moment. And the main thing keeping him alive is Mako is not pleased with the post, but yeah, so you can see all the characters are gonna get connected again though. But then also Kuvira is marrying Sue's son, which seems to be like a pretty savvy political move as well, since Sue has presumably still has like a good amount of influence, even though she's against the son now, or she's against this whole thing, but it's still for how it looks to the people of the Earth Kingdom or whatever, that could be a good move, I think. Yeah, very interesting stuff here. We didn't check in with Tenzin too much, I guess, a little bit, but and the kids and everything, but we'll see what he has to say about all this. I'm sure he's going to be very concerned about Korra. But yeah, I mean, presumably next episode, episode 2, something will happen to get her back into the main fold a little bit more. Someone will go looking for her. Obviously, the guy kind of recognized her at the end. She is very famous. I know she's older and has a short haircut, but I mean, and I don't know what that is. That's some kind of underground fighting thing, I presume. So it seems like she's in the Earth Kingdom already. I guess I'm not 100%. I knew Republic City wasn't part of the Earth Kingdom. Is it like Hong Kong or something, where it's kind of like a sovereign nation, but it's still kind of part of it? Or like, what kingdom does it belong to? I can't remember if I've gotten into this before. I have wondered about it in the past, I know, but then I can't remember if I ever get the answer on that, or what, someone can tell me what the deal on that is. But yeah, really good episode, enjoyed it a lot. Very excited to continue and to see what we got next Car Tuesday with Book 4, Episode 2. Do join me back for that one. Subscribe if you like these and you're not already. Leave some comments, get that conversation going. And until then, I'm up out of here. Peace.
Leave if that's what you're going to do.